Hey everyone, let's do the Clash of Worlds fight, Nightmare of Unknown Origin. If you haven't seen my stream earlier today where I capped this video is for you. This is the team we'll be using. I do want to preface this whole video by saying that if you don't have Chow and if you also don't have Seraph stuff with the enhancement world equipment event enhancement, wow, that was a lot of enhancements, healthy composure, you will not be able to defeat the boss at max modifiers. And I feel like this is the only thing that kind of sways the general opinion of this boss into the wrong direction, because overall I think this boss is amazing. Like, I love the amount of damage it deals. It is perfectly fine-tuned in terms of damage done to us players. It is perfectly tuned in damage taken from us players, because you don't necessarily need 200% morale to cap this fight. I've done it. I've capped the boss at 180% morale. I've capped the fight at 170% morale. Absolutely fine. You will not run into trouble dealing with the damage. But what is the challenge is actually getting there. And that is the hard part, because the boss is still very dangerous. It can kill Chow at any moment throughout the fight. And that is what I really like about it. So it's not an easy fight. It's challenging when you have the time limited items and enhancements as well as units. And that's the only gripe I have with this, but otherwise, amazing boss, especially the threshold, it's so well done, or the whole concept of this boss with the nightmare stuff and all. I love the bell it has. It gives off these Dark Souls / Bloodborne vibes, where he rings the bell 5 times, and if he does, you're all dead. You missed your chance of defeating it. It's such a cool concept. I really like the AI and what they did with the fight. It's really, really well done. So let's do the gearing process. So yeah, Chow, like I said, is starting in Brave Shift, and this is where he has the stuff, the Seraph stuff to be precise. And Healthy Composure is what I talked about. It is the underspellable preemptive buff that keeps him from getting slapped by the preemptive attack the boss does. Everybody on the turn on the team needs full immunity to status from gear, because we have -100. Chow is also geared for some DPS. It's not necessary, but it's nice to have if you're missing some damage. Also, everybody on the team needs 50% evasion and guts, either through passives or gear. The base form of Chow, he's not using any real resistances. As you can see, the boss deals wind and dark, but we don't gear for that, because we want Chow to get hit as often as possible, for him to counter as often as possible with double Blizzard Orb. It's also Cypher's Code Discipline that you need, which is another time limited item. It's, yeah, whatever. If you don't have it, it's fine. It's just going to be a lot more dicier in terms of counters. And these are the abilities. Okay. Next up, Roberta on Dark Rain's card. In base form, this is where she gears for DPS. She has the Chocobo Feather for Guts. And lots of killers. Sadly, she's not gearing easily for 300 killers in Human and Reaper. She kind of misses both, but it's fine. Brave Shift is geared for survivability, auto buffing, the good stuff. She has nothing else, basically. As you can see, just evasion. Okay, next up is Freyavia, using her old card. Actually, I could probably give her... No, it's fine. This is the gear in base form. She's using the Magicite Celestite Signet of Will, which is nice. If I had her at EX plus 3, I would not use this, or I could use this, but a different recipe. Oh well, so be it. She has Oribus Boon. You can ignore Behemoth Synergy and all, I don't need that anymore. Alright, Brave Shift is geared towards DPS. Pure DPS even. She has Tie vs Spirit, but she actually never uses it because I don't have the actions left for it. And yeah, she is easily gearing for human and Reaper kill at 300% while also having 300% LB damage. Okay, next up, oh, Vision card, again her own. Next up is Kresnik, or Sephiroth card for no real reason, honestly. Galbana Lilies, Baton for morale gain, Oribus Boon, Lightning Fast Legend, which is important. And the Brave Shift geared similarly, just Conductor's Baton, 50% evasion, Oribus Boon, and yeah, Sephiroth card. You don't need Sephiroth card. Don't take this as absolute necessity, it's just more damage for Kresnik for no real reason. We are not really needing that bit of damage, trust me. Esther, base form, pure DPS, shift form, base form, these are the killers. She's using Rain's Vision card. 300 human, 300 Reaper, 300 LB. In Brave Shift, I forgot a small detail. I do want to push morale as much as possible, so let's give her that one. And yeah, auto buffing, morale, not morale fill, but LB fill stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Sky in base form. Let me just switch one little thing as well for more morale gain. She's using this one. It doesn't matter because on turn 1 we are sleeping, so all the passives don't proc, but it's better for the subsequent turns. So this gear doesn't matter, all that matter is Tie vs Spirit. She's on Sephiroth's card as well. Again, if you only have one Sephiroth card, put this on Sky. You don't need 2 Sephiroth cards. I'm just using it because I can. Keep that in mind. And the Brave Shift is geared for DPS, using all of this stuff. Now, you may be wondering why I'm not using Kane's Lance. If I use Kane's Lance, I cannot gear for 300% LB. And 300% human and Reaper killer, because I need to use Chocobo Feather instead. And I want to use Riser's Crown because it's best on Sky and Clash. So yeah, these are the abilities, and that's it. Alright, I'm gonna make a quick cut in case this run fails, and I'll be right back. Alright, I was 20 minutes down the drain. I forgot to show DPS, so we're doing this again. Oh, that's the long way of farming tickets, isn't it? Anyway, so like I mentioned, the boss is preemptively striking us with sleep, but Chao is immune to that. Okay, so Chao shifts back, and we will use for maximum morale gain most low farts to wake everybody up, True Guardian's Blessing for stat break immunity, and Focused Inspiration for huge magic mitigation. Roberta is going to Rousing Roar. She is going to Dragoon's Aim for Spear Imperil and Emissary of Demise for mod boosts. Freyevia is going to Blossom, Ice Amp, Imbue, Imperil, etc, etc. So that's the good stuff. And also the 25% Ice amplification field. And she'll do double as a preparation for LB Fill, which is important for Esther, because Esther has to use Storm Guardian for 75% physical mitigation, such that Chao survives. We'll do Arcane Stimulant, and Sky is going to shift it LB for the first 3 turns. To Freyevia, let's do this, let's do that. Lots of morale gain. Let's see how lucky we get with crystal drops. Not too much. Okay, so we can just do Storm Guardian, which is fine. Sometimes if you're super lucky and you get 1 or 2 crystal drops on Esther, you can do Shadow Bolt. We couldn't, that's fine. It's all coming down to Chow counters anyway. So the boss does Pendulum Flash, which is magic, or Reaping Sweep, which is physical AoE. We ignore the physical stuff through accuracy down as well as 50% evasion. Alright, and here comes the fun part where we just sit here and watch Chow do his thing. Fighting back the morale gains of the boss. This also sets kind of a bad precedent or dangerous precedent to keep the meme alive. Because if they always think, or the developers always think that we're gonna use Chow with counters, bosses going forward will always have super crazy morale gains, and ooh, this might be bad for everyone who didn't pull on Chow. Because how are you going to deal with that going forward? Alright, so Chow countered fairly well. It's okay. Good counters, all in all. This is a slow morale gaining turn regardless for us, because we can't do much. So Chow, Kind Protector, Most Loyal of Hearts, and Guardian's Blessing. Roberta is going to... no, not that. Base form LB for 300% LB buff. Freyevia is going to shift. And she will do On Guard, 400% stat buff, which nobody cares, but it's a stat or mod boost. Coupe for the 85% break. Attack, that is. And Flick for the 30% sword imperil. Because the boss always loses every single turn his attack break, and we need to re-break him. To deal with the accuracy turn, which it's going to be, we are imbuing the boss. Esther is going to Energizing Bunny for the 120% Reaper Killer, and double Shadow Bolt. Sky just limits again. So let's do all of this. Wait for this to finish. And imbue. Good. So ideally by the end of turn 3 we want to be at 150 to 160. Turn 2 we don't care about one bit, because Chow will always survive 10 Pendulum Flashes and everything else heals him up back to full. Or heals him, I should say. Turn 2 is also the turn where Chow sadly recovers the least amount of what's it called, morale through counters, because he absorbs. I don't know whether absorbs are getting countered or not, but judging from the morale gain, they are not. But I'm not sure, honestly. But please keep going, Chow. You're doing well. Just a little bit more until we are at ±0. That'd be great. Just a bit more. Come on. Looking good. You're doing great. Yes. Okay, so now is the time where we can safely say we will reach 200% morale by turn 4. This is one excellent turn. Okay, turn 3. Chow is going to Omnicover from his LB. The boss has accuracy buff. And yeah, we need to get rid of it. So Kresnik's Brave Shifted LB is a perfect dispel, and it is a 100% human killer. So we'll do all of that and we are good. And it's also a permanent morale buff for the remainder of the fight, which is very nice. Roberta is going to Rousing Roar. She'll do Mega Breath, and Mystic Breath. Chao on this turn is super safe. He will never die because this turn, due to the boss having no accuracy, is just like turn 1. Freyavia shifts back to base and does Frost Blossom and Riposte 3 times. Esther is just doing Quantum Storm on Chao as well as Shadow Bolt. Sky gets her third and last stack of LB. So let's do all of this and chain this up. %162% morale. That is very nice. So here it is. This fight or this turn is very similar to turn 1, with just the added bonus that Omni Cover will yield a lot of counterattacks. Good. So let's watch Chao do his thing. Turn 4 and, for that matter, turn 7 are the most dangerous turns, because on turn 4 it is very possible for Chao to die when the boss decides to do the wrong abilities, so to speak. As this is another accuracy turn. Alright, Chao. We need once again a ±0. I'm fairly confident we'll get there. So we can cap morale. Okay, this is looking very nice. Like 10 or 20 more counters and we're good. I think 10 is more than enough already. The rest will be filled by outer buffs anyway. Yeah, this is absolutely great. Alright, we are at 200% morale at the end of this turn then. Yeah, excellent. So much morale gain. Crazy. Okay, turn 4. Chao is going to guard. Kresnik is going to antioxidant, remedy, and medical supplement. Yeah, there we go. Morale gauge is almost full. Rousing Roar will fill up the rest of it. Support from the skies, which is super important. Those are 5 stacks of Mirage. We're gonna need all 5 of them. And what is nice about this boss, the first attack is going to be Sinister Gale, which is a wind physical attack. Chao has no wind resistance, so we need to Mirage that. We're gonna do this. And the rest of it is still very hard hitting, but it's highly likely that Chao is going to survive. And we'll use Ignitos' Domain for a 10k barrier on Chao too. Alright, Chao guard. We'll do this. Freyavia is going to Brave Shift, and she will Aurora Key Pressure 88% breaks, also 85% attack breaks, etc. But that's whatever. And we'll do Coupe and Flick again. Esther is going to shift to the base form, and she'll do Calm Before the Storm and Double Slice. Sky is going to shift. You can use Sharp Spear Focused. I will use Tyvus Spirit just to make super safe that we are going to push the boss. But if your Chao always dies, you can use Sharp Spear Focused. Alright, so Esther and Tyvus Spirit. Alright, 200% morale, we should be good. So the less Reaping Swipes the boss does, the better. So we'll see. Reaping Sweeps, sorry. Oh, those were a few. Gravity attack, very dangerous. Okay, Chao survived, that's good. That's really good. Now, If you still or if you are still lacking damage, you could use Chao's Shifted Limit Burst. I geared him for that in this video, just so you can see how this could work. But I don't need the damage, so we'll just do it the regular way. Which is fine too. Turn 7 is then the most annoying turn, because things can go south real quick, and it usually does. So let's see how this goes. And I'll explain why once we get there. But for now, it's just waiting until Chao is done. And I feel like half of this video is Chao just countering anyway. So by this point, morale scaling score, no biggie. We're done with that. Come on, Chao. Yes. Calm down. Thank you. Okay, Roberta. Quadruple Mystic Breath. Freyevia. Dawn Flourish. Sky Shifted LB. Esther LB. Come on, Kresnik. And Kresnik uses Lightning Bolt Barrage. We'll do Resilient Will, Resounding Will. So we're starting this off with Roberta and send in Sky once we are good to go. We'll follow up with Freyevia. So the most important units get or take benefit from the field. So let's start this off. Let me see, where is it? It's W, E, and D that I need to press. Okay, so we're starting with Roberta. We'll let the chain build. We are sending and sending, and we are good. So everybody should be doing a lot of damage. Excellent. Okay, so Chao on this turn can just do Kind Protector, Loyal Hearts, True Guardian. For good measure. And the barrier in particular. So how much damage did we deal? 2.79 billion. We need only 2.5 billion, so that's very good. So here's the threshold. We are all sleeping. The boss now wakes us up. And that's why we need Guts. There it is. Gutsed it. Chao has woken up. Pretty much everybody has woken up other than Sky and Freyevia, so that's cool. Chao is now going to use Kind Protector, Focused Inspiration. Let me check one thing real quick. Yeah, Chao needs his thing again. So, Kind Protector, Most Loyal of Hearts, and Focused Inspiration. Yeah. So that wakes everybody up. And Kresnik is going to Medical Mastery, which is a 50% human mitigation, so 25 on average, but it also re-raises if Chao should die. If he dies, the run is pretty much over anyway, but yeah. We're also going to do Antioxidant and Medicinal Potion to fill the HP of everybody. We will use Resilient Will to boost up Chao's defense and spirit. The boss has an undispellable defense and spirit buff, but we need to make sure to take a little bit less damage. So Sky shifts back, she'll refresh the Spear in Peril, as well as break attack by 87%, because physical attacks is what is going to hurt Chao the most. Esther is going to Energizing Bunny, Calm Before the Storm, and Bolting Slice, because we need to limit burst next turn yet again. Freyevia is going to, let's see, There is no real reason to do dispels on the boss because the boss is still broken to all the things and has no buffs that we could do. So let's prepare Freyevia, Frost Blossom, Insistence, and double riposte. And Roberta is going to Rousing Roar, Mega Breath, and Mystic Breath. Alright, so let's re-imbue everybody. And yeah, let's chain this up. Dealing some damage, I guess. We are going to need 2 burst phases though. So 45%, let's hope. So the boss has 2 attacks. Either Soul Reap, okay, we got the bad. It's ridiculous. The last 6 times, it's 7 and 8, the boss did 5 out of 6 times, I believe, he did the Soul Reap. It's bad because Chao is dead. Yeah, he's super dead. Unless it doesn't do the... Oh, it did not... Okay, so Chao only survives if the boss does not do his gravity attack. He didn't. Chao survived. I was lucky. But usually he is dead in the water when he does this. The boss has a 50% chance of either doing Flash Reap, which deals no damage at all, or Soul Reap, which is super strong. If had the boss done Nymphophobia, Chao would have been dead, because that's the gravity attack. But he didn't, so I'm lucky. We won. There is no way that the boss is going to kill us now. Anyway, Mystic Breath 4 times, Freyevia shifts. I have a choice to make here now. There's 2 ways to deal with this. I could just dispel the boss, and that would be fine. Or I'm gonna dispel the boss's stuff. So Key Pressure, Coupe, and Flick. I'm gonna go for 2 burst phases here. So Bunny Bolt Blitz, Limit Burst, and yeah, that's gonna be it, pretty much. Kresnik is going to Medicinal Potion, Oxidant, and Remedy. So Chao has a small barrier. Chao can just guard. That will increase his survivability by quite a lot. And yeah, let's do Freyevia's stuff first. Perfect Dispel on the boss. Goodbye Accuracy, meaning the boss will deal a lot less damage next turn. Or this turn, I should say. Alright, so we will send in Esther and Sky. So that means, sadly, the cool physical field is gone. But oh well. So let's start with Berta. Wait until 15. Send, and we should be fine. As long as we reach 25%, it's good. Oh yeah, 15%. 12%. Alright, so Chao wins. Flash Reap, that's the joke ability. 1 damage, 5 attacks, absolutely down the drain. How am I supposed to die here? It's almost impossible. There we go. Was still close, but which one was easier? I feel like the Flash Reap was so much easier. Because had the boss done the Nymphophobia on turn 7, well, we probably would have been dead. Or Chao would have been dead, but here we are. Everybody's alive and kicking. And let's do everybody's LB now. Just to close out the fight. Well, not everybody's LB, but Chao's LB as well. So, let's overkill this by a huge amount. Oh, Esther does not have her LB. Wow, Esther. Wow. Esther. Actually, let's not limit burst with Chao. Let's try to get Esther's limit burst, which is going to be really hard, I believe, but we'll see. So Chow, Bestowment of Courage and Condemnation will shift Esther even for more LB. This is totally overkill, by the way, but we'll be fine. Oh, Esther is full, so cool. Bunny Bolt Blitz, Lightning Bolt Barrage, and we're Gucci. Let's wait for this to finish, because the game sometimes bugs out. Yes, Sean, thank you. So, a resounding will. And we won. Let's do Roberto. There's no reason to wait, because we got LB fields. And send. GG. But that was a very clean kill. At least something. Now, let's hope I don't forget to show the damage report again. So we'll be good. Super clean kill. With slight annoyances on turn 7, but that's fine. And yeah, Sky carried that one very, very hard. Roberta, very good damage. Esther, kind of whatever. She had 2 good burst phases, and the third LB she did had no modifier buff. So yeah, expected. I mean, it's still, Esther has no LB clash modifiers yet, so, and she's almost as good as Roberta in that case, who has modifiers. So that's really, really good. Yeah, Freevia, kind of whatever. But she's not EX +3, so she would have been higher up there as well. But overall, Sky super carried this fight. Not even funny anymore how strong Sky is. And we are done with this clear. Tomorrow I will try my best at the fire team. It should be possible, it should be doable too. And yeah, that is it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you were in my stream earlier today, thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, see you all tomorrow for Freyavia's review, as well as probably one more video in Clash. Bye bye.